link should be coming up in just a second. All right, we got Lady Rough Riders 14 AA coming out here for their Saturday afternoon game. Just under 4.5 minutes for our warm-up. Looks like we have 12 skaters. We'll be playing the Hyland Hill Jaguars, or Jags. And I count 13 skaters on the ice and 1 goal. All right, we're down to the final 20 some odd seconds in this warm-up. And we'll get a game going. I think it's a good thing for everybody who is watching the game that this is not smell-o-vision. It smells like a frat house. Someone spilt a lot of beer in these stands. Probably not this morning, but maybe last night. Looks like we're going to have 15 minutes on the clock for our periods. If anyone is hearing a background hum or the sound of bass, we are standing at the benches above where a couple of the locker rooms are, and one of the teams has quite the speaker system going down there. Lady Rough Riders are shown as the home team in their whites. Jaguars are in their black, gray, and orange. All right, looks like we have the Harper D back here. Jesse's coming out with her new helmet. Paige on the near. And looks like we have Maeve on the far side. There's some type of delay. I'm not sure what it is. All right, here we go. Got Paige in their zone, backed up by Jesse coming down this section. They pop it out. Harper picks it up to Harper. Harper tries to rip a shot off just as one of the Jags is coming across her shot. Got a fast Jag coming in all the way into our zone, taking from this inside wall to the outside. Jesse gets to it over in that corner. Harper S picking it up. She backs it up to Jesse. Jesse's now pressing one of the Jags into the wall. Harper S kicks it out. Paige is taking on that outside wall. She's got two on her. Gets past her, and it's down into that corner. Maeve is getting down there, backed up by Paige sitting on the front doorstep with Jesse. Looks like we have Georgia and Maddie Banish coming out here for D for Harper and Harper. One of the Jag tried to center a pass, but we were able to interrupt any kind of shot there. They get it back to their D. Their D came from the inside to the outside. Shot toward goal, goes up and high. Puck wrapped around on this inside wall as they're right down below, so I won't make everyone get motion sickness as I pan down there. If it gets too busy below us, I'll pan down. It's like we have Manny Lemon coming in and Sammy. Some more back and forth across the neutral zone. Georgia gets it right through the legs, goes down, no icing as it bounced off a Jag. Jags pick it up back behind, getting a lot of speed coming up on that outside wall. Maddie got a stick in there as it goes flying down the ice. But they did a centering pass. Maddie's getting in the way. She doesn't have a stick. got a tie-up over there on that wall. Ads was on and already off. Looks like we have Collie in there. I'm sure that's not a shiny new stick anymore at this point. Puck goes all the way down. Rough Riders put it in deep, and that's an icing call on the Rough Riders. Looks like we're doing a run clock. We don't have a stop clock going. They're letting it go. So we're down to 12:30 on the clock as Jesse does our face-off. Looks like we have Harper and Harper back out there. Grayson and Collie. Jags win that face-off. There's a little back and forth on that far circle. It goes into this inside wall, and we dug it out. Grayson and Harper S got it up and out. Jags picked it up at center ice. Jags tried to smack it in, but smacked one of their own players. We got Collie coming back. Oh, she just lost her edge. That's right, Jesse's in there helping out. Cross-ice pass from the Jags. Harper picked it up. She pushed it forward. It's across the blue line, but they kicked it back out. Harper, gets it. Oh, we've got no D back there. It's just... Oh, nice. All right. That was Cora in our goal, by the way. She was able to get a shoulder shrug off of it. Paige picked it up and skated it hard into this wall. She got picked into the wall. Puck's loose. Jags are getting it over in that far corner. Maeve's putting some back pressure. She starts doing some lifting of their sticks. Paige is doing it now. Maddie flying in here from the bench. Maeve keeps it in the blue, right along the edge of it. Maeve tries to do some dangling there at the top of the inside circle. Jags kick it out to that far wall to one of their waiting wings. Maeve went in, pushed her out of the way, and they got it back into their zone. Fantastic aggression by the girls here. No icing, just as Sammy was getting on the ice there. I think it might have bounced off a stick or a skate. We got it back out of our zones, 14ers, I apologize. The Jags trying to reset here right at the red line. Jesse popped on the ice, put some good pressure. Jesse up to Sammy. Sammy gets a clip on the stick. No icing call, that was nice. Woo. There's a collision down there as Jesse got tied up in the skates with another player and almost took out their goalie. Got Harper O taking putting the block, and with Cora as the puck got just ricocheted in. I don't know if so the puck bounced in. The ref is pulling one of the Jags, I think. Nope, they gave it to it. Ref is saying something about the clock. Parents are screaming about the clock. It's a run clock, apparently. Jags are up by 1, somewhere in the 9:20 spot there. Harper O keeps it in the zone, just gets off the edge of her stick as nearly the whole team of the Jags comes in there to bring it across center ice. Harper O kicks it up to Collie. Collie and Lemon get a little bit of it shot on goal. Cora got down and stopped it. Couple rebounds there. We've got Collie bring it in on this inside. She's looking for an open pass. She kicked it up and into their zone. Jags coming in on this inside wall. Just stayed on the inside. Jags kept it in their own zone there temporarily. With Jesse right down below us, just getting hacked and checked into the wall. That you cannot do. Jesse's back up. That was a no-go for the Jags as one of them sits in the box. That was roughly at 8 minutes in the first period. We have a power play. That clock is just going and going and going. We have too many skaters on the ice. The ref shooed one of the Rough Riders off. Good face off. Buck got back. Harper's got it inside. She tries to take a shot. She ricochets off and caused one of the Jags to start limping. Back to Harper at the center. She tries to get a shot once, twice, but slipping off the stick there. Puck was still in motion. Shot on goal by Jesse right on the doorstep, but it got a ricochet. Georgia rips a shot, hits the goalie on the leg pad. We're down at 7 minutes now. We got Paige down there pinning one of the girls. Gets over to Sammy. Sammy tries to get it back. Handed shot. Jesse was there, but just got past her. They passed directly to Harper, but it just went over the blue line. Just some dangling right down below. She's in the zone. She takes another shot off. Ricochets off a Jag. Some back and forth with Sammy and one of the Jags there. Do another shot toward Harper, and it's far down. Harper right down the center lane at 6:25. That's what we needed. We have a tied-up game here in the first as that clock continues to go down. Not going to lie, run clocks are painful as you watch the delays on the ice. Refs are hanging out and having a conversation there. Oh my God, just let that clock keep going while we talk. I hate run clocks. Or we got Lemon out there on the center. We've got Ads on this near wall. Maeve on the far side. Georgia and Maddie Benish on D. We got it down into the zone pretty quick. Maddie just picked it up and kept it in. It's a nice job. No offsides there as the girls hop back over that blue line. But gets just past the blue line. Georgia gets a piece of it. Ricochets off a few players. He's back in the zone. Maeve's just battling on long right in front of the Jags bench. She gets it in that far corner. Jags are taking it back as they do some resetting here. A bit of a shoulder collision there between Maddie Benish and one of the players as she charged in. Shot toward the goal, went feet high. More back and forth. Georgia was able to bat it away from coming in. Some more drama here coming down the wall. All right, everybody's back up. All right, Georgia over to Ads after bouncing off a few people. Jags reset. Looks like all but one of their players is getting on the bench. Georgia's bringing it on the outside wall. Just out of the zone, one of their players swooped in and drew it in. Shot point blank on Cora, and she caught it right in the center, and it dropped into the top of her leg pads. We're all the way down to 4:06. This game's going to go by fast. We have Jesse doing the face-off. Harper and Harper out there on D. Looks like Grayson and Colley. Face-off wins by Jags is getting pretty amazing here. We're usually the ones winning all those. Kick the puck forward, and it goes all the way down. No icing. Both teams got past the blue line. Harper S is picking up in our zone. She's got one on her back. She kicks it out and across. Gets right back to one of the D on the Jags at their offensive blue line. Jesse caught a skate right on that puck as it was coming forward, but she's up on her skates again. The timing on her skating and hitting that puck just perfect. It's got to be a lottery level there. Shot toward goal, bounces off, I think, Cora's stick and deflects out. Harper O tries to kick it to the far wall, bounces off one of the other players. All right, we got Harper S going. She's taking it down, right down the center lane again. We need another goal. Puck gets kicked forward, but she is on it. She does centering pass. Jags were right there. We get a reset. Harper keeps it in the zone just as they try and get it across. Jags picked it up again. Georgia gets in the way. Beautiful timing as it gets shouldered. Puck goes a little in front of Cora and across into this inside wall. Puck goes all the way across the ice quick. I think that was Lemon to Paige. Paige buries it. She gets pinned into the wall. She stayed on her skates. The Jag went down. Jag's taken out. Maddie Banish comes in. There's some impact there. Kicked up. The puck, it goes up and over the net. The sidewall net, sorry, wall, glass. We're down to 2 minutes. We're going to have a face-off here right in front of the Jags. Lemon's doing our face-off. Paige on the outside, Maeve on the inside. Maddie Banish gets that. It was a good face-off win by Lemon. She kicks it back into the zone. Gets back to Georgia. Georgia puts it into this inside corner. Some more back and forth between their D back there behind the net. Georgia was putting pressure all the way down the ice on that as Lemon came and backed her up. Maddie Banish loses her skate, but she's able, I think she stepped on the puck. Uh-oh, she might have a skate problem. She can't get on her skates here. There we go, she's up. Jags bring it back behind our net as the D sets up for a shot. They nail one of their own players right into the armpit. That looked like it stung. We're down under a minute now in this first period and it's tied up. Puck's loose down there right behind our net. Good pressure, some back checks by Georgia. Maddie Banish gets on it. Oh, 45 seconds left and there's some rebounds off of Cora, and one of them got back to a waiting Jag. She put it in. As you can hear, lots and lots of Jag happy parents and siblings. We're going to continue to let that. 10 seconds left in this first period as that clock goes down. 5 seconds as the Jags bring it into our zone. Good back check by Jesse. And that is the end of the first period. Jags lead Rough Riders by 1 goal. We'll be back here in about 60 seconds. Run clock on. Should yell out, Patrick, you're doing great. Pretty sure this is the map that Brett and Red picked. Oh, it's just the one. This is the line. Yeah, that looks. It was a good. All right, here we go. There's the whistle in of the First period will start out the second, 15 minutes on the clock. Rough Riders are getting their final few moments and how to win a game from Julia. Looks like we have Lemon coming out here on point, Harper and Harper on D. Who do we got? We got Sammy and Ads out here on the two wings. Face-off win by the Jags as they rip around on this inside. Harper S gets a piece of it. She kicks it out of the zone once, twice, and it's out and across, going down range. Jags pick it up just at the goal line. Sammy's right there on her back. Gets up to Harper O up at the top of the blue line, kicks it back to Ads. Ads does the shot and goal. It's tumbling, goes into the waiting glove of the Jag goalie. Jags change out the majority of their players. Jesse doing our face-off here now. Jags get it up and out. Harper O gets it right over the, just got past. Ads comes in from the back, takes the puck from behind from the Jags. She's wrapping around, just lots of pressure. It's back to this. We got a slashing call. Slashing call on Jag number 52. We'll take it. Looks like number 62 is going to be in the box for 2 minutes. They stopped the clock this time. Jags pick it up, take it out of their zone across center ice. Harper S catches it just as it comes across. Paige lost her glove. What? I'm not sure why they blew the whistle, and we're doing another face-off right on the edge of the zone of Jags. It's all caught up in the legs and skates down there. There we go. We get it out. Sammy takes it across. Jags kick it out. Georgia gets it. She puts it all the way across the ice. That's going to be an icing call. And that clock continues to burn down on our power play.
Sam, watch your passes!
Face-off down in our near circle. We've got Lemon doing the face-off. Looks like Georgia, Harper, Paige, and Sammy. All right, we got it. Georgia gets it over to Paige as she drives it out. It's turnover right before the blue line. Jags are bringing it in across. Nice pick-off by Sammy as she cuts across on this inside wall. Trying to pan down. I keep losing that. We get it back to Harper just outside. She keeps it from going across the red line. Paige drives it in. She takes a shot on goal right into the waiting glove. At least we got a shot on one goal. The puck is loose. All right, power play is gone. Jags are back to full strength. They put it all the way down the ice. That's going to be an icing call against the Jags. Looks like we're going to have a face-off. Jesse's on point. Maeve's on this near wall. Harper and Harper on D. Another whistle. Got a ref screaming at something off the center. Oh my God. It was a full minute as there's confusion between the teams. Good face-off win by Jesse. Oh my gosh. One of the Jags flew right in, picked it right between all of the Rough Riders, brought it all the way down and put it right into the net. Goal number 3 at 10:30 in the second period. Got Lemon on the face-off, Polly on this near, Grayson on the far wing, Georgia and Maddie Benish out there on B. Some back and forth here at the center. Maddie kicks it across. Jags pick it up. Georgia catches it on the wall. She relays it up to Polly. Polly's got it. Some more back and forth right here down right below us. Polly does a shot from almost the red line. Goes a little wide. Jags put it over in that far wall. They're rushing down. Georgia's putting some good D here. Georgia gets a bit of a shoulder on her. Maddie's backing up Georgia. Gets up to Collie. Collie gets out across the blue line. Grayson zoomed in there to try and get a stick on it in their zone. They're back again, picked off by Maddie. Maddie's poke checks are on point here today. Back check there on Grayson from the Jags. Lemon bumps it forward into the top of that circle. She takes a chipping shot. Oh, it almost dribbled in as the goalie drifted to the side. We got 1 versus Georgia here. Georgia's got a great side poke check. Gets her over into that wall. Centering pass by the Jags. Gets past the girl at the top of the blue line. Right down below us. Polly went in there. We got Paige all the way down the ice behind the goal line. Just battling it out. Jesse's trying to get on the doorstep as we change out some of the players. Puck is all the way across. That is going to be an icing call. Harper S and one of the Jags were racing here just in case the ref changed their mind. We are all the way down at 7:50 on this clock in the second period. Harper and Harper on D. Maeve, Paige, and Jesse doing that face-off. Jesse shouldered in like a linebacker, pushed the girl out of the way. Again, that same player who just elbowed Paige in the back as the puck went down into our zone. Harper O kicks along the wall, but one of the Jags were right there. They take a centering shot. No. So I think a puck went into the glove and dropped down across the goal line. Lady Rough Riders down by 3 goals. It's a 4-1 Jags. All right, got Lemon coming out here on point. Ads on this near. Sammy on the far. Georgia and Maddie Benish on D. Down to 6:40 on that clock. Good battle. Sammy rushed it. She's over in that far side. Takes a shot. Goes high and over the edge. Georgia stops it before it gets out. She chipped a backhanded shot back into this corner. Paige was there first. I'm sorry, that was Sammy. Sammy gets to it. Lemon gets a shot on goal. Goes between everyone's legs. Their goalie saw it coming and dropped down on it. Good face-off by Lemon. She turned and pivoted and locked out the other center, giving us time to get the puck for a couple seconds before their D rushed forward. Georgia kicked it back into their zone. Maddie drifts forward and gets a stick on it, puts it back in their zone, and it's back out as they reset. Holly, I don't know what happened. I think she stepped on one of the other players' sticks. She's back in position. Pass up to Sammy. Holly gets that stick on a shot from one of their D. Lemon's putting some great pressure from the side. Jags dig it out. They try and do a centering pass. Shot on goal. I think... oh, that's good. Cora was able to drop down on the puck. Well, the face-off here in our zone on the near circle. It's like Collie Grayson, Harper, Jesse, and Harper O. Jags chipped it back in. Sure looked like it was out, but no whistle. Their top shooter on D tried to get a shot off, but it went high and right. Collie got it all the way out. She got bumped off her skates here in their zone. Jesse coming in from the side, put a little side poke check, shot on goal. Cora covered it up. We're down to 4:15 in the second period. Looks like Harper and Harper are still out there on our D. We're changing out our front line. Looks like we have Maeve, Paige, and Sammy. Sammy doing our face-off. Jags win that faceoff, gets back to their D, gets kicked out by Paige as it gets to their other D. They try and reset. Sammy picks it up at center ice off Maeve. Sammy takes a shot and goal. It's in and out of the glove. Maeve's got it. She takes a shot toward goal. It goes wide. Down to 3:30 in the second period. We've got one of their fast D bringing it up all the way across. Harper gets a nice shoulder on the girl. She goes into the wall. That's a penalty against, looks like Harper. I guess it wasn't that good. I didn't see it, but I'll say Harper is playing the puck. Harper's going to go visit her mom in the penalty bench. They stopped the clock on the penalty call. Harper's in the box for 2 minutes. She'll be coming out at 1:08 in the second period. Sammy doing our faceoff. We're shorthanded. Looks like Georgia's out there. Paige got a hold of the puck. She gets it in. She can't control the puck long enough. She had so much D on her. Puck gets in this near wall, gets past Georgia. Harper O is picking up, but that is an icing against the Jags. Let's drag our feet so we burn this penalty kill a little bit. Always looks like that ref skating faster when it's for the other team, but that's just probably me. Sammy on this face-off. Georgia and Harper O on D. Paige in that spot just to get that puck. Jags win it. They get it into the corner, back behind the net, back into the corner. This inside wall. Sammy was there to pick up the trash. She's looking, Sammy's looking for a centering pass, but she just had too much pressure. It's back to Georgia at the blue line. Oh, the puck wasn't even across the blue line when they blew the whistle, but that's okay. We are commenting that this is the ref that will eject you if he hears you. Face-off win by the Jags. Back to their D. The D kicked it forward. Georgia picks it up on this near circle in our zone. Jag came in and pinned her off. Paige kicks it forward just almost over that blue line. We'll say that was about the same call that they just got us for. Sammy to Paige. Paige getting buried from behind.
Nice pass, Sandy. Nice pass.
That is the final 5 seconds of Harper visiting her mom in the bench or in the penalty box. They're sending Harper back in the box. I'm not sure why they're keeping Harper in the box. Shot on goal by Maddie Lemon. Puck all the way across the ice. We're down at 35 seconds now as Jags bring it into our zone. Right in front of Cora, backhanded shot right into Cora. There's a rebound. Georgia gets it, kicks it up just through the legs of Jesse, right to Cora's leg pad. Maddie Banish gets it. Oh, crazy ninja move, tumble shot by the Jags. 10 seconds are burning off that clock as Cora hands that puck to the ref. That is going to be the end of the second period here before they even drop that puck. End of the second period. Goalies will be swapping sides. We'll be back here in about 45 seconds.
What's that clock thing? They go running time in the last minute or something of the period?
I think they were just behind schedule when we started.
So they're trying to rush it along or something?
You didn't think Babe Stats totally forgot.
Well, they did the same thing at the end of last period. They ran it for 2 minutes last period. Is he drinking over there? Is he drinking?
That's what I said.
He's Irish. He's the first question.
Well, yeah, I said you're still hungover.
I'm half Irish. So.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
You only drink half the time.
You guys having a good holidays?
Yeah, you guys? It's been pretty quiet for you? Or
No, we had my mom came up from Florida and my sister and husband, so we had a crew, my cousins, whatever. So
good time.
I'm a little tired. You guys party for the holidays?
We had a couple Christmas Eve parties back to back, and then we slept until almost on Christmas, and for the first time like ever.
You guys do the whole big present thing and everything?
Yeah. We did pretty reasonable this year. We didn't go too far yet.
We didn't have to call the investment banker and sell some bonds.
One of our pets, one of our cats, we ended up dropping nearly $3,500 days before Christmas for her. So it was a good thing we didn't go too deep.
That's always such a hard thing. You know, the pet medical bills. We've had a couple of those with our dog.
Yep.
Let's see, pet surgery or down payment on the car.
Yeah, just pick one, right? All right, here we go. We got 15 minutes on a run clock. Harper and Harper back here on D. Maeve on this near side, Jesse on the center, and Paige on that far side, and some really noisy players and the Jags on the bench. Good win by Jesse. Jesse back to Harper O. Harper S gets over to Maeve across the ice, gets picked off there just over the blue line. Jags pass beautifully back to Harper S. Harper S to Maeve, gets kicked in by one of the Jags D. Jags set up a perfect shot straight down the middle. Cora sees it. Harper has zoomed in there to have a quick face-to-face chat to one of the Jags players. Maybe asking her how her Christmas was. I don't know. Happy New Year. We got Jesse doing the face-off here. quick drop by that ref, gets over from Jesse to Paige. Paige is bringing it across. It's all the way in. She bounces off the wall. That Jags player is about 1.5 feet taller than Paige. Just long legs, got there a little bit quicker. Puck got back to Harper O. She shoots, passes toward the center. Harper S on that far wall. She's shoveling it, keep it in, kicks it, smacks it. Paige backing her up. Nice little swipe. Paige swoops in to pick up the trash as Jesse and Harper were keeping it in the zone. Paige tries to take a centering pass, I think, over to Maeve, but it just went by. We have a Jag player bringing it all the way into the zone. Lemon's on the ice. Centering pass went right by the skates of Cora in the blue. Joe, the Jags from this inside circle did a centering pass. They tried to chip it in, and it tumbled up and over her stick. Perez tried to get it up and out of the zone. Puck goes flying at head height from the blue line, goes way wide of the net. Jags were there again. The puck is loose, but I can't see who's on it, and people are falling down over there. We do a centering pass. Cora gets a leg pad on it, kicks it out. It's down to 13 minutes in this third period. Maddie puts pressure, gets up to Harper S. Harper S is driving it out. She's skating across center of the ice. She gets it right in front. Oh, how is that not a trip by their goalie? Harper went down as she was getting ready to do a backhanded shot. Puck is back out of the zone. They're driving it in. Georgia gets a great forecheck. Once, twice now, two different players. Harper S gets it out. It's that same damn call that they put against us for offsides, but they gave it to them. Got Georgia down here on this inside wall. Sammy's screening one of their Ds so we can get it up and out. Harper S wraps it all the way out and around so we can get some fresh skaters on the ice. They are doing stop clock in the third period. Yeah, I feel like I need a rules in front of me for when they're going to apply them. We're at a stop clock now on a face-off. On an icing. Jesse does great on that face-off. Their D collapsed in. Just get the puck up and out. Good pressure down there by Jesse and Lemon. I'm sorry, Ads. Puck is loose right in front of Cora. Dang. Cora has it in her glove. Yes, she does. Thank goodness. I thought it was behind the leg pad. All right, still stop clock going. I know we started a little late due to the previous game before us. Collie and looks like Lemon are over there battling right in front of the Rough Riders bench. Collie tries to chip it out, hits one of the bodies on Jags. Georgia gets a good forecheck right into the waiting glove, shot on goal from the Jags. No whistle stopping that clock every time. Georgia and Maddie Banish are on D. Collie, Grace, and Maddie Lemon doing our face-off. Lemon got a piece of it first, but it chipped backwards to the Jags. Jags get a piece of it. They take a shot from right on the edge of the Rough Riders bench. Goes right into the near side edge of the net. It's a good shot by the Jags. That puts Jags at 5. Lady Rough Riders at 1. Jesse coming out. Maeve, Paige, Harper, and Harper. Puck win by the Jags, just barely. They drive it into our zone. Jesse's getting over into that corner wall. Jags had a stick on her skates, and she went down there temporarily. Paige is rushing in, just got a stick on it over in that far wall. Maeve's over there, helped dig it out. Just got past one of their forwards. Harper S gets a bit of it. Harper O's got two in front. Harper S coming in. Harper O was able to put some good D on it, keeping a shot from happening. Here's their shooter, hits off Harper O's shin pad, bounces off Jesse's shin pad. Some nice moves there by the Jags. Jesse doing some good pressure. Shot toward goal goes wide. We're down to 10-15. Looks like it's Harper O here. Jesse gets a bit of a shoulder as both go down. Harper O's getting some of it. Jesse gets some of it. Hits the side of the net. Get it away from our net. Harper, I think, just got a penalty. Or Court covered it up. All right, no penalty. Down right at the 10-minute mark. Lemon is doing that face-off. Goes, ooh. Sammy just chipped it up. It trailed the top edge of the glass. Went into the zone. Jags pick it up. High speed. Georgia held her ground and picked it right off of her. Just brought it into the zone. She's on that far circle. She's got pressure. Centering pass back beautifully, but we were not there to get it. Jags pick it up, run all the way across. This time Manny Bench gets a stick on it. We got Lemon putting pressure on as that players just got all the momentum in the world here. Lemon kicks it forward. Their D kicks it back in. Manny Bench just pushing and shoving down there in that corner. I think she may be sitting on the other player's stick. Oh, it was stuck between her legs. Shot on goal from top of the point by one of their D. Once and twice, there's a rebound. They relayed it back. That same D player took her second shot. It was up in the top left corner, far corner of the net. That's at 8:56. That is goal number 6 against Lady Rough Riders. We have Grayson here on the near side. Jesse on point. Holly on the far side. Harper and Harper on D. Win by the same Rough Riders and everything else. It was win by Jags. Jags brings it across on the near wall, back down into the far side. We're putting some good D on them. 3-on-2. Harper O and Grayson are pushing good pressure to keep them out. Centering pass, good shot. Cora was able to get a leg pad down on it. Shot is, I don't know if anyone could hear that, but it was a hard shot and Cora got right in front of it quick. It's a good stop by Cora. Another whistle blow. No stopping of the clock. Not on that whistle blow, but the previous two we did. Or maybe it's because of the goals now. Maybe that's why they're not stopping it. Harper O up to Paige. Paige and one of the players got caught up here, gets over to Lemon. Lemon got a turnover there at the blue line. Their D takes another shot. It goes wide. It's a good thing because it had some heat on it. Gets over to that far D. They do a centering pass. Harper O picks it up. She puts over on the wall, gets right to their D. Paige is putting some pressure on. Now Maeve is putting pressure. Ooh, sounds like someone just took a puck to the back of their head. Lemon got back check there as they stole the puck out. Harper S comes in there, sweeps the puck off the stick. Pass bounces off of the Jag. They're back in our zone. Harper S got in that far corner. She passes it up to Maeve, gets off her stick. The player from the Jags swooped in there. Centering pass. Cora's on it. Nope, puck is loose. There's a rebound. It's in the feet. Puck is going airborne. Everyone's looking for the puck. It's on the ground now. Shot toward goal, but gets caught up on Harper O's stick. They do another centering pass. Bounces off the toe pad. Or the edge of the leg pad, toe pad. Got Lemon take out on the outside wall. Just over the red line. Jags picked it up again. Paige is putting some pressure on. Shot toward goal. Cora goes down. Whistle blows. Jags still smacked Cora as the puck was loose. That clock's still clicking down. My non-expert opinion is it's probably due to the 5-goal difference here. Jesse doing our face-off. Adds on this near wall. Sammy, Georgia, Maddie Benish and Ads. Puck's all the way down the ice. That is a nice and call against Lady Rough Riders. Have another face-off there on that far circle. Jesse's on point. Down to 5:20 on the clock. 5:15 on the clock. All right. No one actually got a stick on it. Jesse was able to kick it forward. Georgia got a hold of it all the way down the ice. Georgia, Sammy's flying down on this inside wall. Ads is doing a chase, gets past Jesse in that far backside. It was too outside of the reach. Jesse keeps it in, does a back pass. Ads do a swooping hula hoop shot, goes right at the goalie. Another shot. Oh, shot by Sammy, hits into the goalie. Puck just gets back. Georgia's got it. Shot toward goal. Oh, their goalie slid on her knees and swiped the puck out of the air. That was pretty cool. It'd be more cool if she had missed it. We're down to 4:20 in the game. Jesse's doing the face-off. Georgia and Maddie still in D. Sammy to Georgia. Georgia's going to set up, does a chipping shot. Yes, it bounces off the shoulder. And we got another goal. That was a beautiful goal by Georgia. We're down to 3:50 in the game. Come on, let's cycle out, girls. Lemon's coming out to point. Colley's on that far side. Grayson's on this near wall. Harper and Harper on D. Good battle up front. Lemon and Colley drifted in. Grayson lost her edge. Pushed one of the Jags into the wall. Jags trying to do a centering pass. Cora kneels down. Jags are going to get in trouble by her D here if they keep swiping at Cora after that whistle. They stop the clock because I guess it's not the 5 difference. I think it's the 5 goal difference before. So now it's stop again. I'm not an expert. I should pay more attention if I'm watching. It looks like there's a discussion between Harper S. and High Stick, I guess on both of them. Five on 5. Harper S. and is visiting her mom in the penalty box, second time this game. Shot on goal, puck is up and it stops on top of the net. let that clock run. There's no penalty kill. They didn't put up a clock for number 4 in the bench for the 2 minutes also. I don't know what the ref is screaming about. Puck's loose. Page kicks over to Lemon. Lemon gets it, but it gets some rebounding happening. Shot on goal from the center of the blue line. Georgia to Maeve as Maeve gets caught up. Page gets a piece of one of the passes on their D. She does a back check, but puck goes wide, hits that outside corner, goes all the way back into the zone as the Jags bring it back behind their net at 2:30. Puck comes all the way forward. Harper O over to Georgia. Georgia chips it back in just over the red line, so no icing call. 2:20 on the clock. Harper O keeps it in the zone. She chips it forward, just gets past Page, gets to that same defender that's been taking a million shots on us. Puck's out, goes across into our offensive zone. Georgia picks it up. You got Sammy popping onto the ice. Jesse's out here. Georgia's doing some dangling going across. That worked out perfect. Shot on goal from Georgia from nearly the red line. 140, and we're blowing the whistle. I think he said, if we're going to play, we're going to play. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. We have Jesse doing the face-off. We have way too many players on the ice. One get off. All right. Lemon's out here with I don't know what's happening. Jesse was doing the face-off. They told her to get out, and Sammy came and do the face-off. Face-off win by Jags. Jags do a cross-ice pass, bounces off. Ooh, Maddie Benish is in the way. Stopped the Jags player cold there just over the red line. They're all down below me. I can't see what the puck is, sorry. Jags pick it up, bring it back behind their net. They're going over to that far corner. They relay it. Maddie Bench keeps it just in. Sammy tries to get it across. Puck's out and back. Lemon to Benish. We are down to 60 seconds on that clock.
Come on, Jesse, stay with her.
Good poke check there. Forecheck by shot on goal from nearly the red line on Cora. 50 seconds on that clock now. Maddie picks it up from Maddie Benish. Kicks up to Ads. Gets in that far wall. Their D keeps it in. Lemon's trying to dig it out. It's loose again. Shot hits the side of the net. Some drama down here in this near wall. Can't see it too well. Lemon's putting some good pressure back behind our net. Maddie Benish is making sure that the Jags know she's there. Puck gets kicked up to Ads, but another shot on goal. With 7.5 seconds left on the clock. That is goal number 7 for the Jags. It just slipped in all the confusion as Cora went one way and the puck went loose the other side. We will have a face-off there, letting that clock run down. That is the end of the game. Jags 2, Jags 7, Rough Riders 2. That was a tough first game for the Rough Riders of the year. We'll stop the stream here right after the good jobs and good games. And thanks to the refs. All right, that's game. That's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful Saturday afternoon.